the map save. So while the map is saving, we've already run our ad earlier. What should we do while the map is saving? Let's talk, chat. We can do a short AMA. Remember, anything from Sunday's roleplay episode is off topic. You're not allowed to talk about. So, short Q&A. Let's do this. Q&A, AMA, not roleplay related, just in general. Let's do it. Mafia is a game that we just play, and we played at events, and eventually someone was like, let's do it online. And for a long time, we talked about doing it online. It would never work. And eventually I was like, fine, let's actually just try it online. And so we tried it, and it was okay. It took a while to get used to. What's with the 4 in 2, 4? 2, 4. What are we? 1, 2, 4. Is this? Ah, yeah, that fort. That fort is way up there. We were talked about on the other episode of Cartography that we did, so you can go check out that VOD. But basically, it is protecting Miklagard from the crazy people in the north. You know, they've got this giant open plains there that's really hard to hold, so they kind of built a giant mound up here. Like they built a hill, basically, and then put a castle on the hill, and then some towns popped up nearby, some like little villages where people just farm and shit. And that way they kind of like can see over this huge range of area, and on horseback they can like intercept people coming from the north and from these areas. But it's out there so that, you know, it can actually be far. It can, you know, this is what, like a week journey almost, like 5 days on horseback. So if they see an army coming, you know, scouts come back, then they book it back here. And they can reinforce and blah 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 blah. So that's what's going on there. Coming back to saving. Where are all the dwarven kingdoms? In the mountains. There are no dwarven kingdoms in this part of the world. We will get there one day. How long have I been DMing? Like 15 years? Like since I started as a DM. Like me and my friend Ryan got some Dungeons and Dragons books and was like, let's play D&D. And so I read them all and I just started DMing right away. At that time, I was in junior high, he was in elementary school, because we're like 2 or 3 years apart. And so like I was in like 8th grade and he was in 6th or something. No, I guess I was in 8th and he was in 5th. Whatever, I didn't care. Like we were friends, so I just started DMing and playing it at the same time, and it was terrible and awful. But we were so young, we didn't give a shit. It was so much fun, and that's how I started. I like DMing and being a PC both. They're both really fun. Being a DM allows you to always be active and always be present, and it keeps you engaged and keeps you thinking. Being a DM is more, it's like a challenging fun. It's like a, ooh, how can I screw with them next sort of fun. Like it keeps me more engaged. It makes my brain work more, which I really like. Being a player is fun because it's so relaxing. You can chill. You can do whatever you want. You can fuck with the DM. You can fuck with the players. So they're very, very different types of fun. What would you know about town life, Zombie Gilbert? You've never been town once. What cartography program do you use? I use Adobe Photoshop. Have you ever seen an anime named Golden Boy? I have not. Hold on. All right. Do you ever publish adventures, or do you always make up your own? I always make up my own. I never use published adventures. Did you ever think that you'd have over 500 people watching you make a map? Never. I still am surprised when it happens. I still don't really know why this is the way it is, but I think it's great. What RPG systems have you played? I have played 2nd edition, 4th edition. Am I interested in everything and nothing? What's my favorite sitcom? Oh. Children's Hospital does not qualify as a sitcom. So not that. I guess The League technically qualifies as a sitcom, but not really, because it's more it's not really a sitcom, but it kind of is. So I'm down with The League. I like How I Met Your Mother, although 9 seasons is a little fucking long. Big Bang Theory is nice. Malcolm in the Middle is pretty good. I don't know. I don't technically have a favorite. I just never played 3.5. That's why. It's not like I dislike it. I never played it. Have you tried delicious canned pears yet? I've tried canned pears. I don't know if delicious canned pears is supposed to be like a type of canned pears, or if it's just canned pears. Canned pears are delicious. All pears are delicious. How many 20-sided dice do you own? I don't know. 12? Something? I mean, I guess I have more since I have this whole bag, but they're not in, like... I got all these dice that I'm not using. These are like giveaway dice. And in here, there's a bunch of other... There's a lot of things in here that are pretty cool. But I don't use them, so... I don't know. Those are the dice I'll be giving away. I have not played Dark Souls. I have looked at D&D Next, but I haven't actually played it. I'll believe you when I hear it, Jesse Pinkman Manger. Favorite topping on pizza, pepperoni and pineapple. Best movie of all time, Starship Troopers. When will Behind the Screen return? It was supposed to be today. We were supposed to do Behind the Screen today, but one of my friends that we play with is sick, and the other one is in Disney World, so I can't. Well, I guess I could, but we're not going to do Behind the Screen today. We'll do Behind the Screen next week when we play D&D. Starship Troopers is the best. 100-sided or 2d10? 2d10. 100-sided die are the worst. They're the worst in the world. You can never tell exactly what they're on. They keep rolling forever and ever and ever and ever. The 100-sided dice are terrible. Don't do it. Don't get those. Ooh, okay, our maps are done. All right, Q&A is over. Q&A is over. We're going back to mapping. All right, let's move that shit over here. Oh shit, it didn't work. Oh crap. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh no! Oh no! Oh Jesus. Damn it. Alright. We're just gonna automate. Damn it, we're gonna have to redo everything. We're gonna have to redo the entire thing because the proper folders weren't there and they didn't save the thumbnails. So shit. Damn it, we have to redo the entire save. Sorry guys. I'm sorry. We'll have to continue with the Q&A while we continue to render. Sorry. Jesse Pinkman Jr. just subscribed. Well, you did put your money where your mouth is. Everyone show some dragons for Jesse Pinkman Jr. Show your dragons for Jesse Pinkman Jr. Jesse Pinkman Jr., to show your dragon, just type show, lowercase, capital D for dragon, and raggin for dragon. And that's how you show a dragon. Will you ever use dead characters from past D&D to fight the current party? Sure. Totally. You have to put a space between dragon and show. Sorry. If you want to do consecutive dragons. Yes, yes, bring me all the dragons. All the dragons. And for those of you who are subbed to both me and ItMeJP, do my favorite thing in the world. Favorite thing in the world. Oh yeah. That's so good. Or you can burn Nina if you want. If you can kill Nina. Yeah, okay, so let's talk about Uncle Horace for a little bit. Uncle Horace is one of my favorite characters. I've used him in 2 or 3 different campaigns, and I love Uncle Horace. Oh my god, Uncle Horace is like my favorite. He's so cool. But he's a character that I've played multiple times. Like I've attached his personality to a couple of different priests. To one priest, I guess two priests now, and a fighter before. So he started out as a fighter. He just wanted to be with all the other fighters. He wanted to be cool, but no one would let him be a fighter because he was just too deformed. Like tried to join the army. The army was like, dude, you're just a fucking mutant. Like, what's wrong with you? You can't join the army. You couldn't even like work with the army. You're just like this. So they didn't let him in the army. So he got pissed and kind of went off and did his own thing. That was the start of Uncle Horace, and then he became a priest in a different campaign. And now he's the Uncle Horace that we know and love today. Oh, Uncle Horace. Will the party ever meet Mar again? Probably not. No, see, the thing is, I came up with Uncle Horace before the movie 300 ever came out, and before I read the comic book from 300. Like, there are a lot of similarities between the two. There's a lot of similarities between the two, but I came up with the idea separately, and it frustrates me because afterwards I was like, shit, 300. Well, now I can't. That's why I switched him from a fighter to a priest, is because he was too close to that storyline. That's why he transitioned to a priest in the end. Made me kind of grumpy. How many hit die does Nina have? 1/2 a hit die. I have never tried looking into Pathfinder or any other rule set because I'm really happy with what I'm playing right now, and I don't see a need to change. Will you roll as a bard once Rich dies? No. No, bards are lame. They're not fun to play. Why would I play them? Who's Nina? That's Nina. Nina is my older brother's cat. Nina is my cat. Well, my brother's cat. Okay, any other questions while the maps save? Why aren't druids allowed? Because they're boring. Second edition druids are boring. Other editions are probably fine, but second edition druids are the most boring shit in the entire world. Like, read the rules, especially high level, and just druids are lame in second edition. They're just lame. Trust me, I've had enough druids in my parties that they're lame. Have you seen Dark Heresy? No, I have not seen the Dark Heresy campaign. I read a question in the Q&A thread. We did well, I will not devote a cartography thing to creating new classes, but I might at some point like do a show about creating new classes and stuff. It wouldn't necessarily be cartography. Any other actual questions? I have not played Baldur's Gate. I get that so much, but no, I've never played it. Bloody Sword, we're actually just doing map making, but Twitch doesn't have a cartography game, so we are making maps for Dungeons and Dragons. So that's why it's tagged that way. Also, if you guys haven't checked it out, what do you call it? I released the entry thing for one shots. So if you guys want to play in one shots, you should check out r/Koibu and start your tweets at me. Thoughts about Dark or Fallen Paladins? They can be done right. If they're done right, they're awesome. But in order to do them right, you need to give them the same powers and same restrictions as good paladins. Otherwise, you wind up with an imbalance in power. So they need to be like, where paladins have to be like the embodiment of good. The dark paladins have to be the embodiment of evil. They have to be like chaotic evil and just slaughter everything. What do you use for rolling dice on stream? I just use dice on my table. Everyone else uses Roll20. You can make a Twitter for freezies and then just never use it again. It's really easy to do that. Is a player paladin possible common good? Player paladins are possible, but they only work in campaigns where everyone else is like lawful good as well. Because paladins lose their powers if they stray from lawful good at all. So if the party strays, and the paladin will have a very hard time staying in the party at that point. Like role playing gets too caught up and it gets messy. Here are my dice. Here's the bunny sack of dice. I'm not going to pour them out right now because they're a pain to clean up. Where did Koibu come from? I'm not telling that story. It is not interesting. I promise you. It's not interesting. Ghostfish is the current theory behind it, which is fine. I've not played Shadowrun. I looked into JP once asked me to run a shadow campaign with him, or like to do a shadow run campaign, and I like read the books, and it was like it was too much. There's between all the different factions and all the corporations, and I was like, whoa, to do this right, I would need to like learn all this material and basically live in this world for a while before I could actually make a good Shadowrun campaign. So I opted not to do it because I don't think I could do a Shadowrun campaign justice. Like, I don't like working in other people's worlds, basically. So, if someone, yeah. What is most the evil thing a party has ever done when you were in it or DMing? We've run like pure evil campaigns before, so I like all sorts of evil things. Just murder, rape, pillage, um, senseless slaughter, destruction of holy artifacts. Just evil things. I don't know what you're talking about, Gilbert. Ever looked into World of Darkness? No, because I've never heard of World of Darkness. Yay! Okay, everything's done. Finally. Yay, we're all